Hey guys.
We're here today to talk about the monomarth of deathcore. You got it right. Mental Cruelty with the song Raise the Raven Banner. Doesn't that sound like an monomarth song?
Yeah, you know what? I was like kind of...
you were wondering where
I was
going
wondering where you were going, but then I started reading the name of the song. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they're going to have
Odin,
a song...
Wouldn't that be Odin's banner? Because he has the raven?
Yeah. But
or Edgar Allan Poe's banner?
It could be both. It could be
know?
both. But I'm just saying this is a roundabout way of saying that without saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for them to release a song called Put Your Lower Back into the Ore. You know, just keeping it real. All right, so I love these dudes. Nothing but love for
Raise your horn-shaped mugs.
Fuck. You know, if we were ever to start an monomarth
cover
spoof
band?
Spoof band.
Dude.
Spoof band. I think the names of the songs are infinite. You know.
I'm on a moth. And then,
second kill.
Second kill. Yeah. I'm on a moth, but our logo is like a Viking moth.
Oh, fuck. That would be sick, dude. Guys, come on.
I'm on a moth.
We just don't have the skills. We need to put something together.
Come on.
Fuck. By the way, I drafted a drummer for our shit metal band.
Really?
Yeah, JJ.
Oh, okay.
He volunteered to play drums for us. I mean, he's very familiar with playing for shit bands. So I don't feel like that's
a dig.
I don't feel like that's that much of a stretch for him.
I think we were already we were tapping him in Iceland.
Watch it.
No, I mean like okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Pause.
I mean like, you know how like when a manager of a club will like talk to a player to try to like, you know, it's tapping them up.
Yeah, during the off season.
During the off season to get them to sign. That's what we were doing.
Because during the season, that's tempering.
Well, that's what we were doing with him in Iceland because it was off season.
All right. Anyways, enough of that bullshit. Let's check out some Mental Cruelty. Fuck, JJ has nothing to do with this and he's catching strays. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. Ooh, nice wave, man. That looks like Bali. Nobody makes better videos than these dudes. That is for sure. All right. By the way, I was wondering, before we talk about the song and the video, let me just say this. When these guys are all naked coming out of the shower, is that mental nudity? Just wondering. Just putting that one out there. You guys let me know. Hit me up in the comment section.
When I get out of the shower, normally...
Oh, that's more like mental cruelty to me.
I think that's visual cruelty.
Visual cruelty, yeah. Yeah. At that point in time, I wish I was Ray Charles. For more than one reason.
Yeah. I did the Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I don't think Ray Charles did that shit.
No, I don't think he did.
No. He was not down
He did a little bit of that, but that was Jamie Foxx playing him in the movie.
Yeah, but that's the Foxx man.
The Foxx man, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Anyhow,
I feel like he's one of the most underrated
actors.
I
agree.
I feel like he's not rated as highly as people should rate him.
I think he's incredibly versatile as an actor. Holy shit.
I mean, singing, musician.
He can do everything.
He can do it all, man.
Well, I don't think he could play John F. Kennedy, but, you know.
Well, alternate universe, maybe he could.
Maybe he could. He could play, I don't know, help me out here.
I don't know where you're going with this.
He could play Ricky Fox. Basketball player?
I don't remember.
He used to play for the Lakers. Anyways.
Fox,
yeah, nevertheless.
I just feel like I had to say that. Like, dude's super underrated for the work he's put out.
I agree.
Anyways.
No, I think because he can sing too. Like he's multifaceted.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he has music.
He can act. He can sing. Like the dude can pretty much like he's an all well-rounded.
And he's in a lot of shit that people also don't like realize.
Did he play Ray Charles in the movie Ray Charles?
He played Ray Charles he was in Django.
He was in Django, yeah.
You know, like, and also Django is like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies as well, actually.
Really, really good movie. So.
No, the guy's incredible. Like the guy has the range like not many other actors.
Dude, he sat down with Denzel Washington and he did a Denzel Washington impression that was like really good.
He also does a great Trump one, by the way.
Does he?
Yeah. So anyhow, which has this.
We're part of the Jamie Foxx fan club, if you couldn't tell.
Fuck. No, I think the dude is like phenomenal. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of his. Like the guy's incredibly talented. He's what baseball people would call a 5-tool player.
Yeah, man.
He can do everything. He can hit for average. He can hit for power. He can steal bases.
He was in a lot of Kanye songs.
He can throw.
Which I feel like we talk about Kanye here and there.
Yeah.
He was the voice. Do you take my money when I'm
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, that was him. I don't think a lot of people even know that.
That he had to. Yeah. So,
anyways, maybe these guys can get him on the next one. Never know. So, what do you think about this latest track from Mental Nudity?
Mental Cruelty. Dude, the way it started off, that like very folky start
with
off.
the throat singing.
Dude, that shit in my head. I'm like, dude, this sounds like the intro to like a spin-off Viking show.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
Vikings
thought about
Valhalla.
the Who. I thought about the Who. You know.
A little bit of the Who, but I thought it was like Vikings Valhalla had that intro. Vikings had the intro. Like some Viking spin-off show would have that as the intro.
Yeah, you have Raise the Raven banner. So I thought was I thought it was quirky, but well done.
Yeah, very
and
well
interesting
done.
And kind of fit with the motif.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then overall, dude, song-wise, I fucking really enjoy this track, man.
Me too.
And I think there's a lot of good blends of like melody here and there.
This goes beyond deathcore.
But it goes way beyond deathcore. But I think that's why I like it so much.
But to me, they're a band that's, with every single release, they've kind of been distancing themselves from that moniker more and more.
Yeah, well,
because they're becoming a lot more versatile than just your prototypical deathcore band.
They're putting a spin on what deathcore, like they have
the bases.
The bass is there, but they're adding shit on. I like the
not
chorus.
Afraid of adding things that are completely out of the realm that you would not expect necessarily.
But what I will say is they did something that other bands that do deathcore in different ways, they did it different, where the chorus of the song is really deathcore like, but a lot of bands that do this type of like spliced deathcore stuff, they make the chorus really like either bombastic or symphonic, or add some melody with like an underlying clean vocal.
The heaviness is more in the verses.
But I think in the verses of this song,
You know why they do that? So that the chorus can become more hooky, more
well,
catchy.
of course, it's they use the metal. They use what metalcore does in deathcore,
Yeah.
so it's like heavier metalcore.
Yeah.
That's kind of what a lot of those bands will do, but they didn't. Their chorus is heavy as shit, and
But the simplistic nature of the chorus in terms of the lyrics is what makes the chorus really memorable.
Yeah, because so instead of making it musically memorable, it's more
vocally memorable.
It's more on a vocal and lyrical side memorable. I love it, man. And then it goes into the verses. The verses are very versatile. Going from being really heavy, then having a little bit of something in the background that creates this melody, then being pretty groovy. Then it's always going to something, but it's never choppy. It's always like very linear.
Yeah, there's I don't know if linear is the word, but there's
Not
a
linear,
smooth
but
progression.
There's
There's a smooth progression from peaks to valleys because the song doesn't feel like it has. It actually very unlinear. The song doesn't feel like. I don't think there's any
linear
moment
was not the right word. I meant like the smooth progression.
Yeah, I don't think this is a song that you never really necessarily comfortable in terms of knowing what's coming next.
It
finds a way of throwing.
Never
things
let your enemies know your next move.
Yeah,
is like,
the song kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
Until you get to the chorus. Then the chorus, it's kind of where things kind of simmer down, and there's the repetition of the choruses being, what they are. Like the track really keeps the choruses intact. But as far as the verses are concerned, man, there's a lot of twists and turns as you go through this song. Even the vocals, I feel like at times the vocals maybe even went a little bit further than what they needed to go, because the song, and specifically in the verses, doesn't really have any really pockets for the sound to breathe, because the vocals are constantly there with the sound as well. There's movement with both, and I felt like at times the song could have used a little bit more room to breathe, meaning scaling back on the vocals a little bit, and they just let the sound do a little bit of the heavy lifting. So the song at times it feels very congested, like you're trying to pack a lot into a very narrow lane. But the way the song, so that's the impression that you get. But then as you're listening to the song, and as the song is moving through these hallways and take you into more open spaces, more narrow spaces, then it doesn't feel that way anymore, because the fluidity of the song feels very natural. And the natural fluidity of the song minimizes that sense of congestion that the track does have, because it does have it at times, specifically in the more narrow moments. It does feel a little congested, but because it doesn't stay there very long, it moves over somewhere else. And then it's more cinematic. Next thing you know, it feels like a piece of a movie score. Then it moves into a more like epic moment. Then it moves into something with some folk underlying elements. It's constantly moving and evolving. So even when the song, even when the traffic starts to get a little bit congested, something happens and it opens up again and it moves over again. So it doesn't stay congested, or that feeling doesn't linger for a long period of time, which I think it really helps the fluidity of the song. I just gotta say, the last couple of releases that they've done that we've checked out on the channel, every single release I'm more and more impressed with the direction that they're going. Because with each and every single one of them, I see where they started. But to me, even if I'm going to be honest here, they've never really been, from the get-go, they've never really been a prototypical deathcore band. They're a band that's heavily influenced by Wintersun. So they're a band that always brought in other elements that are not necessarily natural to a deathcore environment, and they've always made it work. Not necessarily in a single song, but if you look at their records, there's always going to be tracks in there that kind of break the norm of what a deathcore song sounds. It's just now they took that experience that used to exist on a track by track basis, and they kind of brought that into their sound in general.
And you know what?
Which I really like.
I think if they continue with a sound like this, they'll finally get that Wintersun collab. Maybe Yachty will.
I try my best.
I know, but maybe one day Yachty will be like, I wasn't fucking with them in the past.
He's too busy.
But this stuff is pretty good. I'll bless them. I'll bless them with something.
That rem does not by itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe they need to like bargain with him. Be like, we'll get you some RAM.
Dude, I try to mediate things. Like, I did my best. Honestly, I reached out. I did my best. The dude is busy. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, man. I would love that to happen. It would make their dream come true, I'm sure.
Fuck, on a track like this. Because of the folky nature of this and the background with Insiferum that he has, even a few lines, and
Just a few lines.
in the around either in the pre-chorus or in the chorus, it would have taken this song into a whole nother level. In my humble opinion, just because of the folky
guys,
nature of this track, just because of that.
The guys are tearing up at that
because they know it's true.
They know it's true.
They know it's true. So it is what it is. The
One
song
day.
still fucking slaps, though.
Yeah,
I really like the direction this band is taking. I really like the way they're taking their
it's
sound.
becoming a lot more palpable. Well, not palpable, because palpable would mean I like this track, but there's still stuff. No, I fully love this track. So it's becoming it's their sound is like moving really into my. They've moved into my wheelhouse.
I think they're starting to become the deathcore version of what Cradle of Filth has become to their own sound, because a lot of people would look at Cradle of Filth as a black metal band. I don't think they are. To me, they're not. But they become kind of like an extreme metal band because you can't really slot them anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like there's no other place for you to
But
like
they've changed.
They've
quite a
changed
bit.
over the years too. So, but now if you look at Cradle of Filth today, you would say they're an extreme metal band, because under what other genre are you going to slot them in? I cannot find one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these guys are kind of moving into that, which they're becoming an extreme metal band, not necessarily a deathcore band, not necessarily a metalcore band, not necessarily a modern metal band, just like an extreme metal band, because their sound is really extreme. It's not for everybody, obviously, but they're doing it in a really evolving way, where you can see the evolution even just from a song to song basis. I just really like what they're doing. They're giving their music a lot more. They're creating songs that offer a lot more to the listener.
Mm-hmm.
That are not your prototypical track that, that if you go to a deathcore show and there's 4 deathcore bands on that bill, guess what? There's certain songs you feels like you hear them like 10 times.
Certain bands that you feel like.
Even every single song is like one whole song.
Yeah.
So I think these guys are doing a phenomenal job to carving their own space, their own sound, their own identity. So you can still see the roots of the genre that birthed them, but they've gone a little bit beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So and I applaud them for that, for not being afraid of taking some gambles, taking some risks. Like that opening, that folk opening, that completely threw me off. I was not expecting that. The title of the song.
You know what? I wasn't
made it less
expecting it, but
jolting,
I think very like it didn't take long for me to be like accepting.
No, but I liked it. But it was like I was surprised by it, and then the title of the song, I'm like, okay, now I'm not as surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
it's still kind of
you're surprised by its
me.
presence, but when you take back, you're surprised by its presence because of who's doing it, not because of anything else.
If this wasn't a Monomorph song, that intro,
It makes sense.
You wouldn't be like that surprised, like they went with that kind of feel for an opening to one of their songs, honestly. All right, guys, Mental Cruelty with Raise the Raven banner. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.